Hello! So today let's paint some cute little penguins like these ones. For this you'll need watercolors like this one. I used mainly Payne's grain and some of this cerulean blue, but you could use black or any kind of blue and it would work as well. You will also need a brush or a water brush, doesn't matter, they both work. Just here you need water, a pencil and eraser for the sketch, and a small cloth to dry your brush in. That's it. Let's get to it. For painting, I usually start with a sketch because I'm not so confident in my watercoloring yet to just paint loosely, and because I really like my penguins to look like penguins. And that's why I also look at some reference photos, and I found this little young penguin. It's not baby anymore because it's already gray, but it's not adult yet. It has quite round head, and then the wings go out a bit. But the bulk of the body stays. This is how the head goes. For the feet, you can only see two little black spots sticking out because penguins have their feet very covered. Now I'm erasing my lines with kneaded eraser so they are not so prominent. And let's get into painting. I start with this black. Actually it's not black, it's Payne's gray, but I start with this, and maybe you're not supposed to do that because we're supposed to first do the midtones, but I really like to start with black so that I have a reference point of how dark can I get and what is the real dark, so that the other things don't just get lost. But that's a personal preference and you find your style. The head is really round and the face mask comes around the eyes and goes almost to the chin. I will not paint the face yet because I first need to put some color onto his face before I put the features. I mixed up some gray for the penguin and I'm just following its shape. I'm putting the color in the corner around first so that I will get a lighter color in the middle when I just use water to blend it off. That's just one way to do it. And while the paint is still wet, I can put some more color onto the edges so that he will stand out. Or she. With the birds it's really hard to tell when they don't display their gender with feathers. And especially with baby ducklings and baby chicks. Now I want to just lightly paint the face mask because no white is really completely white. And I want to color the beak a bit more. Here some blooms are happening, but I kind of like them, so I will let them be. it looks a bit like fluffy. Now I need to dry this face first before I paint the eyes on, so I will move to the feet. While I'm painting this, would you be so kind and like this video? It really makes my day. Thanks a lot. Now let's dry this off first. Now that the face is dried a bit, we can paint those little eyes. They have really little eyes, otherwise they would freeze. And we can just paint some lines to represent them. This one did not go as well as I'd hope, but hopefully it can still see what it's all about. Now I want to paint some more of those fat wrinkles that they have. This paper does not like my watercolors too much, but we'll manage somehow. If your paper is like mine, not intended for watercolor, try not to scrub it. Try to be really gentle with it. And then sometimes it cooperates. I'm not saying all the time, but sometimes that helps. Now let's paint something that our penguin can stand off. And while I'm painting the background, be sure to subscribe so we can draw and paint together and make our bullet journals. And there comes a series on art journaling that will be super fun. So stay tuned. And that's it for today. See you next week. Bye bye.